Welcome everyone to the annual meeting of the Hempstead County Economic Development Corporation. We are the 30-year legacy of private businesses, individuals, and industry. They joined with the public entities of the City of Hope, Hempstead County, and Hope Water and Light to create our EDC to serve the needs of the existing industries of Hempstead County and to recruit new desirable industries to employ area residents with an eye towards creating higher paying jobs. Attracting new high paying jobs for Hempstead County requires a well-trained and educated workforce. So we work hand in hand with the area schools to provide the needed trained labor force. This also benefits our existing businesses and industries. Lots of things have changed in the last 30 years. Industries and businesses are here that weren't here 3 decades ago. Also, there are industries and businesses that are no longer here. We must continue to grow and adapt to keep with the changing times. On balance, we have seen an increase in employment opportunities, a higher wage scale, and a more diversified economy here, which serves us well during times of economic upheaval, most recently witnessed with the effect of the COVID-19 virus. We've been fairly insulated from the economic woes that some areas have suffered from. Hempstead County has an unemployment rate of 4.2%, which is below the Arkansas average. Out of 75 counties, we have the 20th lowest unemployment rate. Welcome again to our second and last virtual annual meeting as we are building for the future, which is our theme today. Let's continue to build for our future together. We've done a remarkable job so far. With us working together, Hempstead County will stand tall for our future coming generations. May God continue to bless us all in our endeavors. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jerry Crane. I'm Hempstead County Judge. And I've been asked to open up with prayer this morning, but we want to welcome all of you to this conference. It's the 35th Hempstead County Economic Development and Annual Meeting. And we're praying that eventually we can get back to having these meetings all be in one place. But at this time, because of COVID, we're doing the virtue. So I just want to open up with prayer this morning, and let's just give our attention to the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this 35th annual meeting of the economic. And I thank you, Lord, that you're getting us through these times that we're going through with the COVID. But Lord, I just pray that all of our communities, all of our businesses will prosper. And Lord, just open up the doors of heaven and pour out a blessing upon our community, upon the people. And I thank you, Lord, that this morning you're going to bless the people and your plans are going to be involved with our plans. And we know that without you, we're nothing. So we just ask that you bless this day, bless this meeting. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
I'm Steve Harris, President of the Hempstead County Economic Development Corporation, and it's my pleasure to introduce Jack Thomas, who's a Senior Project Manager with the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. Jack has his MBA from Harding University and was recognized by the Arkansas Business Magazine as one of the top 20 individuals in his 20s. Jack was the point person for the recruitment of Danson's, their pellet mill and distribution center that located in Hope, Arkansas. Jack has the attitude that economic development is a team sport and everyone working together to bring a project to its fruition is the best policy. It is my honor to introduce Jack Thomas this year.
Hi, my name is Jack Thomas, Senior Project Manager on the Business Development Team at the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. It's a pleasure to be in Hope today, pleasure to be in Hempstead County, and always good to have the chance to spend some time with Steve Harris and get an update on the exciting things that are going on here in Hempstead County. Steve asked me to come down today and talk a little bit about the Danson's project and how that project originated, as well as how it came to be and ultimately where they are today. So excited to have them here in Hope and look forward to being with you all, spending some time telling the story of how Danson's landed here in Hempstead County. So last fall, in the fall of 2020, I got a phone call from a gentleman that our office works with quite a bit, a gentleman named Holmes Davis. Holmes is an industrial realtor out of Dallas, and he called to let us know that there was a company that he had heard of that was looking around at some industrial buildings in East Texas, and Holmes thought it might be a good idea if they would consider the former Georgia Pacific facility here in Hope. Based on what Holmes knew, he thought that they might be a good candidate, good fit for that building. So we asked Holmes if we could get on the phone with them, if he could introduce us to them, and see if there was something that we could do to entice them to consider Hope and consider locating in the former Georgia Pacific facility here in town. So. We were able to get on the phone with them. Holmes told us it was a company called Danson's, and being completely honest, I had never heard of the company Danson's, but in doing a little bit of research, realized that was the parent company for Pit Boss Grills and Louisiana Grills and Country Smokers and some of the biggest names in the industry. So as soon as we learned that, we realized we were dealing with one of the biggest players in the grilling industry. So I was real excited about it. My father-in-law has a Pit Boss grill, and he actually introduced me to pellet grills a few years ago, and I got to say they're awesome. And I think Danson's, their tagline is turning the average griller into an expert griller, and I got to admit that's 100% the case. And I'm the epitome of an average griller, and their grilling, their product makes it as easy as possible for those of us who are very average on the grill. So I was excited about it. Steve and I were able to have a call with Danson's and learn a little bit more about their company and learn a little bit more about their growth and what they were looking to do as they grew. And we asked if they'd be interested in coming down to Hope and taking a look at the building. And unbeknownst to us, they had done their homework. They had done some due diligence on their end and taken a pretty heavy look at the building and the specifics and the details prior to us being introduced to them. So we had a productive conversation on the phone, and we're able to talk about doing business in Arkansas and talk about the workforce that they'd find here in Hope and just spend some time to get to know them a little better. And we asked if they'd be interested in coming on a visit and taking a look at the building and meeting us in person and learning a little bit more about Arkansas and a little bit more about Hempstead County. So in a matter of about 3 days, we were able to throw a team together. Steve got everyone together here locally, the utilities, the elected officials that were involved, and on September 17th of last year, in the midst of an absolute downpour, a jet landed at the Hope Airport, and we were waiting for them on the tarmac with umbrellas, and we were able to escort them into the airport where we had lunch brought in, and Steve had aligned for lunch to be catered, and had a chance to just spend some time talking to them, getting to know them a little bit, and had a good lunch together and shared some time and gave a presentation on doing business in Arkansas and the workforce that they'd find in Hope and the raw materials that are around us here in Southwest Arkansas. And we had arranged for Governor Hutchinson to call in. He called my cell phone, and I was able to hand the phone over to the president of Danson's, and they thought that was a good touch. You know, they thought to be able to talk to the governor of our state and have him him welcome them to Arkansas and just get to know them a little bit better, and have the chance to show his support and our support as a whole went a long way with Danson's and making a good impression with them. So after our presentation, they toured the building and then departed from Hope, and we promised to stay in touch with them. And shortly after their visit to Hope, we had another call with them where we really hammered out some of the details of the project. So what the jobs were going to be, what the wages were, the total payroll. We looked at the total investment, both in terms of equipment going into the building as well as upgrades to the building. And with that, we were able to run our analysis through our econometric model that shows us the incentive values that will be available to a project. And with that, we were able to put an incentive offer on the table for Danson's, and it was something that they felt good about. We were able to draft and sign incentive agreements, and then in October, really quickly after the site visit, they purchased the building. And after a few modifications to the building, the company was able to announce their plans to open the largest barbecue pellet mill in North America right here in Hempstead County. So it's one we're real excited about, and as of today, Danson's has kept their promise. They're operational, manufacturing and distributing barbecue pellets for pellet grills just in time for tailgating season, football season this fall. So perfect timing with that, and had the chance to go through their facility this morning, and it looks great. And they're making quite a bit of product, shipping it out all over the country right here in Hope. So we're excited that they kept their promise, excited that they're following through on that commitment. I believe as of today they've hired about 30 people and have plans to get up to 50 as quick as possible, and then to continue to grow from there. So awesome project, and when you think about projects that are a great fit, this one is an absolute home run. Danson's is a great example of a successful economic development win for a community for so many reasons. First, it's an example of a company that needed access to raw materials, a company that needed a good strategic location with good logistical advantages, and a company that needed a workforce that was familiar with their industry. And they found all of that right here in Hope. And second, Danson's is a world-class company. The brands that they have, Pit Boss, Louisiana Grills, Country Smokers, those products are sold on the shelves of some of the largest retailers in the world. And lastly, and arguably most importantly, Danson's is a company that takes care of their people, and they're a strong community partner. So, there was a business case to be made for Danson's to locate here in Hope. The real estate made sense. The proximity to Interstate 30 was advantageous for them, and the community in whole was just a great fit. And all in all, this is a win-win for Danson's. It's a win-win for Hope, for Hempstead County, for South Arkansas, and really all of Arkansas as a whole. So we're excited about it, and like I said, as much as there was a business case to be made here, we learned that old-fashioned people skills still matter. And when they announced the project, the president of Danson's, Jeff Thiessen, was quoted saying this. He said, "The state of Arkansas has been the most welcoming, most friendly, and most encouraging location we've ever done business in. The Arkansas Economic Development Commission from the town, county, and state level has welcomed us with open arms from the onset of this project. As a family-owned business, the personal touches that have come from Governor Hutchinson and Secretary Preston's offices, as well as those from Steve Harris with the local EDC, have meant a lot to us. We believe in relationships and people, and we really like the people we are working with. At AEDC, we believe that people win projects, and through old-fashioned people skills and personal touches and a genuine desire to be helpful, we're confident in our ability to win more than our fair share of projects, and we're proud to have done just that here in Hope with the Danson's project. And when you ask companies that we work with, whether it's existing companies in the state that are growing or new companies to the state, why they had the confidence to invest in Arkansas, the answer 9 times out of 10 is the same, and it's the people. And you guys have great people here in Hope, great team in place with Steve and Nicole, and enjoy the chance to work with them. And I think specifically this project with Danson's, it was great to be able to work with Steve start to finish, and we're real excited and appreciative of the opportunity to work with you guys here in Hempstead County. So on behalf of the team at HCEDC, we want to congratulate Danson's on a successful location here in Hope, and congratulate the Hempstead County Economic Development Board on a successful economic development win.
Good morning. My name is W. Liddell Douglas, and I am the Vice President of the Home Economic Development Board. I have been asked to introduce the speaker, Ms. Jamie Patrick Gershom, as one of our guest speakers today. Ms. Gershom is a longtime resident of Hope, Arkansas. She was born in Magnolia, Arkansas, and graduated from Warren High School. Her family has been in the ambulance service business in this area for over 50 years. I would not be surprised if the first words to come out of Jamie's mouth was Ambu rather than Mama or Dada. She has been working in the family-owned business most of her life. Her first job was at age 13 in the building department. She is now the president and CEO of Pafford Medical Services, which is still a family-owned business with more than 1,200 employees, and approximately 200 of them in Hempstead County. Her company provides more than 125,000 annual transports in Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Oklahoma. They have more than 100 ambulances, 3 medical helicopters, and 2 fixed-wing aircraft. There are numerous locations of her businesses in Hope, Arkansas. She has always had a desire to manage emergencies. This is and contributes to her goal of always being on the forefront of trying to develop more medical services in rural areas such as Southwest Arkansas. Ms. Patrick Gershom is the chairperson of the American Association Government Affairs Committee. She carries the title of the Ambulance Lady of Arkansas on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. She enjoys spending time with her family and friends. And also, she epitomizes the attitude of hard work and fortitude which leads to success. Please welcome the Ambulance Queen of Arkansas, Ms. Jamie Patrick Gershom. P.S. I hope that once you decided to retire that you'll be able to take those piano lessons. Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Douglas, and thank you for being a good neighbor. I'm excited to talk to you about Pafford Medical Health Services Clinic that is off of Main Street over by the hospital. I know many of you, when you think of me, you think of Pafford EMS and the ambulance service in town, but in the last 18 months we've done a lot of growing, and since February, Pafford has offered a full-service clinic here in Hope next to the hospital. I like to joke around to say, don't let the little brown building fool you, because once you open the door, we have a full-service, state-of-the-art clinic. We have 3 nurse practitioners. We have Susan Phillips, Joan McLean, and Nicole Black. We like to call her Nikki. All 3 women are very valuable to us, and we feel that they're very valuable to our community. You know, we saw a need. First, we saw the need for ourselves and our staff of over 1,000 personnel through the 4-state area. And we watched the clinic grow organically, starting from just us hiring just a couple of nurse practitioners to take care of our workforce. And then we realized there was so much more to do out there. And you know, we've been a part of Hope for the last 21 years, I believe it is now. We're very thankful to have had the relationship, and I hope that everyone finds us to be a good corporate citizen. And part of what we do well is take care of people, and it was obvious there's a void here. And there's not a void here because there's not wonderful practitioners here. The void comes because we continue to lose people of the medical profession in our community. We have a very close relationship with Wadley Hospital. That's exciting. We lean on them. I think they lean on us. We've been able to work together throughout this crisis and this pandemic, as well as many other practitioners in the service area. You know, one of our goals, not only to take care of our own, but to realize that there was a corporate America here in the Southwest region that could really utilize our services. So when we think about growing the clinic and the voids that needed to be filled, occupational health was one of them. Now, we not only do that here in Hempstead County, we do it actually through several states throughout our Pafford service area, take care of employees for employers, whether it be their fit testing, their drug testing, their yearly physicals. We can actually do all of that at Pafford. You know, since February, and especially just in the last couple of months, we have operated pop-up testing sites. They're on 16th and Main, as well as at our clinic. We would get calls like in the middle of the afternoon and at night and early mornings going, hey, my husband feels like he's sick, he feels like he has fever, where do I go get a test at? And that's part of just growing and understanding what the needs were in the community. And so several days a week we have a pop-up testing site there on 16th and Main behind our dispatch center. We probably see 50 to 70 people a day in testing. I don't know if the community really realizes what all's going on, but it was a void that had to be filled. You don't have to drive to Texarkana. You don't have to wait somewhere else. We can do the rapid or the PCR. Like I said, we have a full service lab in our facility, and so there's a lot of things that can be done. So in addition to our full service lab and our 3 nurse practitioners, right now we've been able to offer the monoclonal infusion to our patients and patients of other practitioners as well. So that's a service here in Southwest Arkansas that we're just rolling out that's been very beneficial. It's helped open up whether it be space at the hospital. It's very time consuming, and we actually have the staff to monitor that patient for the 2 to 3 hours that's needed. So as we continue to move forward with COVID, that's a benefit of right here in our community that you can actually take that test. So one of the things I didn't share, you know, we have a big family at Pafford, and I'm excited to say that, you know, although it has my last name on it, it's actually my kids' clinic. Susie Gresham Barham and Garrett Gresham both are co-owners in the clinic, and this is basically their baby. And I love to see the fact that they're the next generation taking care of our community. So as we grow at Pafford, we really decided that, you know, after 54 years of being in the ambulance business, and with the culture that's going on today, that we had to figure out not only how we were going to survive and continue to see the 3rd generation, but how would we thrive in this area. And this is how we've done it. We've grown organically and we've grown horizontally, and we love taking care of people. And that's what makes us at Pafford really special, because I do feel like that if I can take care of my people, they're going to turn around and take care of you and our communities and the citizens we serve. So I'm excited for you to come and visit us at the Pafford Health Clinic. I think you'll be very surprised when you walk in the little brown building. You're going to find a smiling face on the other side of the door, and we hope that we can take care of your medical needs here in the community.
I'm Steve Ashley with the Hempstead County Quorum Court, and also a board member of the Economic Development Commission. And I want to welcome today a guest speaker, Steve Harris. And Steve's going to he's president of the Economic Development Corporation, and he's going to talk to us a little bit today about the ACT workforce program and how it will benefit Hempstead County.
Good afternoon. I'm Stephen Harris, President and CEO of the Hempstead County Economic Development Corporation. Today we're going to talk about the ACT National Career Readiness Certificate and the program that will lead Hempstead County into becoming a work-ready community, certified as a work-ready community. The state of Arkansas has partnered with ACT to deliver the National Career Readiness Certificate Program, which tests individuals in 3 areas: applied math, workplace documents, and graphic literature. The goal is to get a better fit between the employer and the employee, and based on these tests, they can get one of 4 levels: a bronze certificate, a silver certificate, gold, or platinum. There's been 85,000 people in Arkansas that have earned a National Career Readiness Certificate, and beginning this fall, all high school seniors will have to take the test too, to help our local employers. Recent graduates, in addition to individuals via other resources such as the Arkansas Workforce Center, community colleges, adult education, recent veterans, will also be eligible to take the certificate program. The Workkeys Assessment consists of applied math, which measures the ability to apply mathematical principles to problems encountered in the workplace. Graphic literature measures the ability to find, analyze, and apply information presented in workforce graphics. Workplace documents measures the ability to understand and apply written information presented in the workforce. These will all make a better fit that measures the interests and values associated with particular career pathways. Talent measures the attitudes and behaviors particularly relevant in success in the workforce. The ultimate goal of the ACT Workforce Certificate is to enable Hempstead County to be certified as a work-ready community and to have a better fit between the employer and the employee. I think Keely is going to also talk about the job profiling and get a better match with the between the employer and the employee. We're looking forward to presenting this program to the community and getting as many industries and businesses involved in it. The emerging categories include high school and college students. The current would be the public and private employees, and the transitioning, which would be adult education, the unemployed, and recent veterans.
I'd like to welcome our other guest speaker today, Keely Moses Israel, and she's the Director of Industrial Outreach and Community Education with the University of Arkansas, Holton, Texarkana, and she will be talking with us today about the ACT Workforce Program, dealing with profiling and how it will benefit our county and our local businesses and industry.
Good day, my name is Keely Moses Israel, and I'm the Business and Industry Relations and Community Education Director at UAHT, or University of Arkansas, Hope, Texarkana. One way that Hempstead County is building for the future is by aligning our community's workers, employers, and education institutions to become an ACT Work-Ready community. ACT Work-Ready Community is a national program that allows us to become more economically sustainable. It allows us to work with multiple sectors of the community. We would be working with businesses and industry to know exactly what foundational skills they need for a productive workforce, working with individual employees and workers to understand what skills are needed in particular jobs and help them to become successful in obtaining those jobs. Work with policymakers to consistently measure the skills gaps in our communities in a timely manner. Working with educators to help to close the skills gap by offering a nationally certified work readiness certificate, and working with economic developers to use an on-demand reporting tool to allow us to see in our market the quality of our workforce. Achieving certification is based on obtaining several goals. We are working with educators and employers as well as state agencies to support current and potential employees by increasing the number of workers who have the ACT Work Readiness Certificate, This is something that is recognized nationally. It is industry certified, and it is portable. So it works not only here in Hempstead County, but across the nation. We're also working to increase the number of employers who recognize the CRC, as well as create a demand for the CRC. The National Career Readiness Certificate looks at 3 different areas of skills in a job. Applied math, making sure that workers have critical thinking skills around math, and they're able to use day-to-day math and solve problems. In graphic literacy, do they know how to locate and use information based on workforce graphics and posters and things around the workplace? And all workplace documents, do they know how to read and use text that will help them in their jobs? To support employers, we're offering the opportunity for them to do job profiling. And what this does is allow employers to see what skills are absolutely necessary in the jobs that they want to offer. And what we do is we would be working with them and employees to determine what those skills are. So not only does it help to determine what skills are needed, but it also builds employee buy-in on what those skills should be. An employer would, through job profiling, would get a detailed customized task list, a customized content validity report so that they know that everything that was in the report is valid and transferable. It also provides useful information for hiring, promotion, and training of their employees. It also has a process where employees would be giving input. Through support of our state agencies, job profiling for employers would be free. This is a unique opportunity because these services will cost several $1,000s to be able to employ in your organization. But through our program, we would be able to offer this, and it would be a community building as well as an employee building opportunity for your organization. Some of the things that we do at UAHT to support these efforts is that we offer quality, low-cost training for employers. We offer some training classes, including commercial truck driving through our Arkansas Trucking Academy, or ARCTA. We offer forklift operator and safety courses. We also offer American Heart Association CPR courses to employers, and we also have the James Black School of Bladesmithing courses. We work with employers to also customize training, or if it's not just training, we also proctor assessments, pre-employment assessments for employers. Some of the other things that we do is we offer career training facilities through both the college, UAHT, and Hempstead Hall, and we offer online courses through our Ed2Go. So you can take courses both at the college and online. We also work with employers to customize programs that will train and attract employees, as well as build up the skills of your current employees.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the Economic Development Commission of Hempstead County and Hope for their annual meeting. I'm Steve Montgomery. I'm prior mayor of Hope, have served for 4 years for that. And I'm here to introduce some very important folks coming up. We had a plan that we worked out about 3 years ago called Hope Thrive, which a lot of the community members were a very active part of it and very appreciative of them. But it was a 5-year plan that we worked out. Unfortunately, with COVID, timing of it has been a little bit off, but we're going to continue to work on it. And as I'm going to prove here, we are continuing to work on it. And one of those things that we came out of Thrive was that we needed a comprehensive web page that we did. So between the Economic Development Commission, Tourism, and University of Arkansas Hempstead Hall, they also we combined those together with the Chamber, Tourism, and Economic Development Commission to do a web page. And some very many people have worked very hard on this. So my job today is to introduce those three people. First person I want to introduce is Steve Harris, our Economic Development Commission Director, who was a vital part in getting this web page together. So I want to go ahead and just let him give a few words on that as well.
Today I want to talk about the Hempstead County Economic Development Corporation new website. Last year in our Thrive community planning process, the Economic Development Committee of that project identified that we needed a better, improved website. So this past year we went about improving and hiring a consulting firm to provide us with a new website. In the process, our board of directors wanted to go ahead and do an all-inclusive website for the whole community. So not only did we do an economic development website, we did one for the chamber, we did one for tourism, and we also provided a calendar of community events. The all-inclusive website can be found at hopeusa.com. Our economic development website, the main thing that we wanted to highlight was our available industrial sites and buildings that could be easily pulled up by any site selector or prospective business owner. Again, we're proud to have a new website for the Hempstead County Economic Development Corporation and one for our community in general. It can be found at hopeusa.com.
I appreciate those words for our Economic Development Director, Steve Harris, on what he said. Again, like I said, for our Hope Thrive, we have the book here. The book's available here, located at the Chamber as well. So if you want a copy of that, please come by and pick up a copy. Which brings me to our next speaker to talk about the website that we continue to speak about. This next one is our Chamber Director, Becky Moore, who's been with us for a number of years now. Like I said, Becky has come on board, been very active in our community, and was very active during the Thrive meetings that we had, and I appreciate her very much for what she did. But like I said, her part was for the Chamber part for this web page, and I want to introduce Becky Moore, take it to her, and she can give you some more information on what the Chamber has added to the web page.
Hello, my name is Becky Moore, and I'm the Executive Director of the Hope Hempstead County Chamber of Commerce. I'm very excited about the theme for this year's Hempstead County Economic Development Annual Meeting, Building for the Future. In 2019, our community came together to begin the process of doing just that, building for the future. The development of Hempstead County's 5-year strategic plan was lengthy but a worthwhile journey, and the journey continues. Thrive Hempstead County, as the plans are called, shares a community vision that continues to call us to action. One of the action points that came from several strategic planning meetings was the need for an all-inclusive website. The goal was to develop a comprehensive web presence that is engaging and informative. The site would attract tourism dollars, increase local activities, eliminate scheduling conflicts, and act as a one-stop information shop for existing and potential visitors and residents. The website was to house the EDC, the Chamber, Tourism, and Thrive Hempstead County. We now have launched that site. Our new all-inclusive site is hopeusa.com. As Chamber Director, I would like to encourage you to visit our website. When you open the Chamber link, you will see some of the following. The membership directory. We are updating continually as new members come aboard. The members are listed in business categories, which will assist community members as well as tourists who might be looking for specific businesses. You will see our Chamber membership benefits, and we are constantly looking for ways to enhance the benefits. For potential members, you may submit your information to become a Chamber of Commerce member by opening the Chamber link. We still believe in face-to-face visits with our potential members, so once we receive your form, we will call you to schedule a visit. If you would like to apply to become a Chamber Ambassador, we invite you to do so. Please complete the form and submit it at any time throughout the year. Applications for Leadership Hope Hempstead County will open soon. Our new class will begin in 2022. Once we announce the full schedule, you may apply online. SWORT.today publishes an annual Hempstead County Relocation and Tourism Guide. If you have not viewed one of these publications, we encourage you to do so. The complete guide is found on the Chamber site. Our site also houses many community pictures, so enjoy looking through the pictures. The Chamber plans and implements our annual Hope Watermelon Festival, so there is a festival tab including on our site. One of the greatest benefits of the all-inclusive site is the community calendar. Oftentimes when we plan events and activities or programs, we find that other events are planned for the same day, same time. So the community calendar should eliminate this problem. It will also allow us to see the wide variety of events that are happening throughout our community. As we look at the analytics and look at the trends pertaining to the Chamber site, we see that we're trending upwards. We've had hundreds upon hundreds of visitors view the website. We have many Chamber members. Our Chamber membership has increased as a result of being able to apply online. We've even had visitors from as far away as Japan and China check out our website, and we fully understand they're probably looking for a piece of history in Hope, Arkansas when they do so. But as far as we're concerned, the Chamber site, the all-inclusive site, is a roaring success. So building for the future is far more than a theme for annual meeting. It is a call to action, as I mentioned earlier. If you are looking for ways to become involved in our community, please check out hopeusa.com. You will find that there are a vast number of opportunities for involvement. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky, for that information as well. Our next speaker on the web page is Amanda Lance, who works out at the Hempstead Hall at the University of Arkansas Texarkana Hope campus here in Hope. She's a director of the Hempstead Hall and does a fine job for that as well. But Amanda, she was able to bring a little more insight as far as the things that are happening in Hope, not just Hope, but Hempstead County and also Southwest Arkansas as well. And like I said, she has a very vital role in putting this webpage together. If you go to that webpage, take a look at it, you can see her input directly just right out of the bat on that there. But again, I want to introduce Amanda Lance, Director of Hempstead Hall, University of Arkansas, Texarkana Hope.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda Lance, the Director of Hempstead Hall and Workforce Development for the University of Arkansas, Hope, Texarkana. I also served as a member of the Quality of Life Task Force with Thrive Hempstead County. One of the action items that was requested from almost every segment of the task force was an all-inclusive county-wide website. While each group wanted to see a different set of criteria and features, everyone agreed there were mutual benefits to showcasing EDC, the Chamber, and tourism efforts in one centralized place. HopeUSA.com definitely helps put Hempstead County's best foot forward from the get-go and is an asset that EDC should be proud of for several years to come. The tourism section focuses on upcoming events, festivals, and places to taste, shop, and stay. While the Chamber section of the site showcases only Chamber members, the Tourism Directory aims to list each and every applicable business so that visitors can have a comprehensive list of what to do while they're enjoying our county, and potential employers can see a broad picture of the high quality of life we offer. Part of the site includes a community calendar. Our goal is to list every event that may be happening in and around Hempstead County. Have you ever wondered what's happening tonight and been lost at where to go find out? Or maybe you've heard of an event that sounded fun after the fact. With the community calendar, our hope is each resident and visitor will have a centralized place to know what is happening around them at all times. From a planning perspective, I selfishly wanted to have this calendar so that I can help plan Hempstead Hall events, such as concerts, around community events so that everyone can have the chance to support all of the things that are happening here. Hempstead Hall's team has committed to coordinating the community calendar through 2025. By doing this, we receive each event submitted through hopeusa.com or to the thrivehempsteadcounty@gmail.com address. From there, our team discerns what is acceptable as a community event, and then we load each event onto the calendar. This gives a safeguard to ensure that every event listed on the community calendar has a community-wide benefit. In addition, to posting the events recorded through the page or through email, we also seek out listings. For example, we search through different groups, Facebook posts, and events to get information about these events that benefit the community but might not have been formally submitted. We also work closely with the Hempstead County Tourism Commission to properly showcase the large events such as the Watermelon Festival and Jonquil Festival. This will take some time to get our community used to submitting these events here, but will be well worth the investment of time and effort. Another feature that has come from the Thrive Hempstead County Task Force is the Hope Grown podcast, which is produced by Hempstead Hall. The podcast can be found on any platform, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, Pandora, and more. It's a casual conversation between myself, Lindsay Honey, Jennifer Block, and Jennifer Cunningham. We interview a guest each week and do an in-depth conversation about their organization or event. It helps to fill in some of the whys about things that are happening. We are always looking for new guests, so if you have suggestions for future segments, please email us at thrivehempsteadcounty@gmail.com with the contact information for those potential guests. While there are still a few tweaks to be made throughout the site, HopeUSA.com is something that will positively represent all of Hempstead County for many years to come, and I personally want to say a huge thank you to each EDC member for making this possible. Your financial support is what got this project off the ground, and I hope you are as proud of your investment as I am. Thank you so much.
It's obviously been a very difficult 18 months with the pandemic and all, but we are glad to report 3 significant projects we were able to accomplish. The Tyson Feed Mill project with the upgrade of Highway 195 has been completed in terms of the road and the financing. We worked with Hempstead County and Southwest Arkansas Development District to provide a grant to help that $9 million road improvement. Tyson's is under construction, should be completed by March of 2022 on their feed mill, with possible other projects in the works. We want to thank Tyson's for being a leader in worker safety, and when your largest industry is doing well, your community is doing well. The other project that we came to fruition this year was the Dancing project. Again, we used a CDBG grant with the county and Southwest Arkansas Development District to get that one off the ground. They are in operation, and we're very proud to have them in Hope. We are courting a foreign company that will use one of our existing industries as their primary supplier. Due to restrictions on international travel, that project has not been completed yet, but we hope to be able to have an announcement next year. The other significant progress we've made was with our home-based industry, Pafford Industries. They have been a growth industry for many years in Hope, and based on Jamie's report today, will continue to be a significant economic development engine for Hempstead County. Hempstead Thrive was a 5-year strategic plan. One of the components that was outlined in that plan was to have a community-wide website. I'm proud to report that we've been able to accomplish that this year with a new chamber website, EDC website, tourism website, and a community calendar. Obviously, in today's environment, the workforce is a key component of any economic development. With the continued population decline in rural Arkansas, it's become even more of a challenge. We have tried with our 8-county SADA organization, the Southwest Arkansas Development Alliance, to begin with the 8th grade and through the juniors and senior Explore Success seminars. Last year we did a virtual seminar and had actually more participation from the high schools. We will continue to do this to build for the future, for future workforce development. In addition, we are working on the ACT Work Ready Community Initiative and hope to have that completed and be designated as a work-ready community. building for the future through economic development and workforce development is a key component of our future initiatives for the Hempstead County Economic Development Corporation. I want to thank everyone for viewing this annual meeting broadcast, and I want to thank SWART for helping us put it together. I also want to thank our participants, our partners, economic development partners, and certainly our Economic Development Board, the Hempstead County Economic Development Board, for their guidance and vision in building for the future.